Right, here we go. Been watching the news and the Gordie Howe bridge between Canada and the United States of America. Is Trump really that fucking stupid? I mean, he's just nothing more than a common crook and a gangster. I think that basically the Trump family have got all the class of an unflushed toilet that's full of shit. Basically, the Trumps are trailer trash gangsters with an arrogant attitude, uneducated, all of them. And Trump himself is as thick as pig shit. He's just a fool. But he's not the problem. The big problem is the amount of fucking stupid, uneducated Americans that bloody voted for him. He's sitting there in his office in the White House, demanding that Canada hands over the bridge. Canada paid for it. 4.6 million, or thereabout, billion is it? I don't think sure figure. But to me, if it's that important to America, why the hell didn't the Americans fucking build it? He's just a big baby, is Trump. Don't get his own way. He's not used to his mother and dad saying no. If I'd have carried on like him as a child, I'd have got my hero braid by my dad. But the one thing I did learn, unlike Trump, I've got manners, class and breeding, something that Trump has never got. He never will have. I've also, in my case, with my actions and my deeds throughout my 66 years of life, I have gained respect from other people for my actions. My message to Trump is, eat some humble pie, stop behaving like a spoilt baby, so when you teddy out at pram, and you rattle out the pram, when you don't get what your way, get your own way. Learn to accept no as an answer. And I'd also be a bit wary if I were you, Trump, because at the moment the British establishment is at the present moment pursuing Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, the King's brother, through a court of law, through the law courts. And I can guarantee you this, Mr. Trump. If Andrew Mountbatten Windsor is found guilty of doing something illegal or naughty that he shouldn't have done, he will be doing his time in jail. One of Andrew Windsor Mountbatten's ancestors, King Charles I, went against the British people and committed an act of treason back in the 1600s. After the British Civil War was ended, Charles I, his head was put on a block and he was beheaded for his crimes. We the British have no compulsion, no problem with sending our monarchs to the gallows if it's deemed necessary. And if Mr. Trump is tied up in any way, shape or form with Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, you can rest assured of this. The British authorities will ask for his extradition to Britain to face charges. If he ends up being in Britain and he faces the charges, of which he may be, if he's found guilty of, he will be doing time in a British prison. And as for Mr. Putin, Trump's gay lover in Moscow, stop threatening us, the British. We don't take kindly to threats. The last fucking jumped up bastard that threatened us was Adolf Hitler. Before that, it was Napoleon. We've already been to war against you Russians once before and you kicked your fucking ass at the Balaclava. You got your ass kicked. We know what you are, Putin. You're just another jumped up, little snivelling, little man syndrome suffering arsehole gangster who thinks all he has to do is shout loudest and people will bend. We're not frightened of you here in Britain. None of us are. Me in particular, if I could get my hands on you, I'd wring your bloody neck. Because you're an arsehole. You're just a jumped up, little snivelling, little man syndrome gangster and thug. There's no place for you like people like you in this world. We want rid of you. The world is better off without you. We get rid of people like you and Trump and Kim Jong-il and flipping the Chinese regime, the communist, the failed experiment of communism, then the world stands a better chance of living peacefully with each other. Because at the moment, you're causing it. And a history lesson for you, Putin. Russia actually started World War II, was the first people to kick off World War II by invading Finland in 1939. Let that sink in for you for a minute there, Putin, because you're a knobhead. I'm trying to educate a fucking thick cunt, because I know I am. I'm talking directly to you, Mr. Putin, and I know for a fact that you are a thick bastard that don't know fucking anything. Just like your fucking gay lover, your bum chum, your ass kissing arsehole mate in America, in Washington. You know fuck all. You're all uneducated. You're both uneducated. So, and as for your tribe around you, Peskov, Lavrov, stay off the vodka and go for a shit regular, because the fucking shit that you're holding in your bodies is travelling, the gases are travelling up to the back of your, up your spine to the top of your head and making you think stupid thoughts and poisoning your brain. Right, now, if you want to start bombing Europe, Putin, you go ahead. And I guarantee no good will come of that. That everybody that's threatened Britain in the past has come unstuck. It's gone badly. We know what it's all about, Ukraine. It's not about being the fact that the Ukrainians are Russian. Ukraine was a bloody thriving community long before you even came onto the scene. And before Stalin days. Nobody in those countries, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Bulgaria, Romania, Ukraine, want to be part of your little empire anymore. They've seen what you are. You're just a bunch of fucking gangsters. Drug dealers and prostitutes. Prostitution and all that kind of stuff. We all know. Just greed. You can threaten me all you like. I'm not frightened of you, and I never will be. You're an insignificant little mosquito that's buzzing around in Eastern Europe. You're nothing. You'll never be anything. You're not even a man. A real man would be in the front lines. In the Ukraine, fighting the Ukrainians himself. Not you, Putin. You're too busy hiding and sending stunt doubles out to do your dirty work for you. Because you're not a man. Not a real man. Real men go to the front line and fight for what they believe in. They don't sit in a desk hiding in a bunker. Going back to Trump now. You'll never be the man I am, Trump. Never. You've never served your military in the military in your country. Not one of you, Trumps, ever has. You're just a person stealing the valour from real soldiers and real men. We know what you are. You're a gangster, Trump. A sex offender. You're married to a fucking two-bit prostitute that thinks she's somebody she isn't. That's how you met her. She was working as she's a cheap hooker. To you, Trump, your family, all they are is classless fucking trailer trash and gangsters and fucking thugs. I don't care about you. You're nothing. You're not even a man. I only concern myself with men, real men. People like Colin Powell, people like Stormy Norman. They're real men, unlike you. Barack Obama was twice the fucking president, 4 times the president that you'll ever be, and never will be. Your wife is a cheap prostitute. Right down. That's where she's come from. She's a street girl, a club girl, a cheap prostitute. You're a kiddie, and you're Trump, you're a kiddie fiddler. And you're going to get what's coming to you. Eventually the Republican Party is going to wake up to what you really are. You're at the current moment, you're the head of the most corrupt country on the fucking planet. Populated by fucking idiots. People with no education, no manners, full of arrogance, and nothing to back it up. You can't have Greenland, it's not for sale, don't even think about it. And as for making Canada the 51st state, I'd love to see that, because the joke's going to be on you, Trump. The Canadians will flatten your little pitiful little military in an instant. You might be of the strongest military in the world, but they've got no brains. The US military hasn't got the intelligence to carry out an operation. I don't even think the US military will back you on that one. I'm pretty certain they won't. And if they do, it'll be a few enthusiastic individuals. You're heading for disaster with America, Trump. The American military will eventually come to their senses and they'll remove you personally. There's a prison cell waiting for you, Trump, somewhere, if you live long enough. Personally, if I were you and Putin, I'd just skip to the part where you're in the bunker and you just go and shoot yourselves in the head. Because that'd be the best way. The world is a better place without you. And I've had me rant. Send the people after me if you like, Trump. I don't give a fuck. Better people than you have fucking tried to have a killing me. Way better. And I've seen them all off.